bought this book. It came in.
Me? I worry about all that.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. In today's video, I am going to be doing a TikTok shop book haul. Also slash a book of the month book haul. If I sound a little stuffy, it's because I am. It was raining the last couple of days. Anyways, this video I already filmed and it was all blurry. So now I have the chance to refilm it. If my makeup looks crusty, I tried a different routine right now. So yeah, just don't tell me. Just don't tell me if it looks crusty, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to see it in the video. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the haul. So first things first, I got the book of the month, right? And when I signed up, they were giving out these cute little tote bags. This is my work bag. And it just says bookish. And in the back, it says book of the month. It's cute. It's small. That's why it's on my desk, because I take it to work. Oh, I forgot to put lip gloss on. Hold on. That's why I look crazy right now. Hopefully that looks better. Okay. So sorry. I need to stop looking at the viewfinder. And I need to look at y'all. The first book I bought is The Last Letters by Rebecca Yarros. The amount of times I've heard about this book and I've seen it all over my For You page
is insane.
I probably have it in my book. I have a little book folder of books I want to read. I have it in there like 100 times because I see it, I put it, I see it, I put it, I see it, I put it. So I finally bought it. Will I buy again from the shopper that I bought it from? No, because the book was $5 and the shipping was $10. Yeah, I paid what I could have paid in store for it. But I didn't realize it until after I look at it because, you know, when you shop online, you don't really pay attention. Anyways, I'm excited to read this. I think I'm really going to like it according to what everybody else is saying. And also, it's supposed to make me ugly cry. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love a good freaking sad book. So it's basically a letter in the back. I'm going to read it to y'all. I'm going to read the first little paragraph. It says, Beckett, if you're reading this, well, you know the last letter drill. You made it, I didn't. Get off the guilt train because I know if there was any chance you could have saved me, you would have. Like what? Immediately adding this to my TBR. Wow. Oh my gosh. So I hope I really, really like that book. The next book I got is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by... Who's it by? Oh. Elyssa Thompson. And I don't know if y'all know Larry Reed's, but the cover kind of reminds me of her. I was just watching her videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like Larry Reed's a little bit. Anyways, I know nothing about this book. I saw this book. I judged it by the cover. I was like, that's a cute cover. So I was like, let me buy it. So I did buy this book off Thrift Books. They just words. They just launched on the TikTok shop. So I was excited to see that. It was around $3 to $5. It's in good condition. The only thing was there was a little torn right here in the corner. I don't know if y'all can see that little tape right there. I just taped it up and good as new as long as the pages are good. I do not mind. Anyways, so I've never heard anything about this book. I hope it's good. I'm a romance girly so far. I haven't even read anything other than romance. But yeah, so I'm going to read the little top part that it says right here for y'all, so y'all kind of get an idea of what it's about. It says, one woman is going to have a chance to learn how to give love a chance when she's used to suspecting the worst in this fresh romantic comedy. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. It's a little short novel. We'll see. This book I've always seen on my For You page also. I also got it from Thrift Books off the TikTok shop. It says Everything I Never Told You, a novel by Celeste Ng. And it's just a cute little short novel. It came in pretty good condition. You can tell this book was really loved. I heard a lot of good things about it. I heard it's also one of those books that will make you cry, which I'm excited to read. I'm gonna read a little bit of the back for y'all, so y'all can get an idea of what it's about. It says, Lydia's dead, but they don't know this yet. So begins this exquisite novel about a Chinese-American family living in 1970s, small town Ohio. Lydia is the favorite child of Marilyn and James Lee, and her parents are determined that she will fulfill the dreams they were unable to pursue. That already hooked me. She's dead and nobody knows. Like, what do you mean by that? Immediately adding this to my TBR, which I need to read my books because this is my TBR pile and it's more bigger than my read books. I've only read like 4 books this year. Like, what? I need to stop doom scrolling and just get it together. Okay, this other one I'm excited to read because I always see this on my For You page also. It's also from Thrift Books. This one was $2.49. It says right there in the corner, $2.49 if it wants to focus. It's called A Diary of an Oxygen Thief and it came in pretty good condition. It's a good book. I'm saying that like I read it right, but I mean like the condition of it is a good. It's just, you can tell people read it, they loved it and whatnot. Which I'm adding this to my TBR, which I'll probably finish reading this in like a day because it's a short, cute little novel. Now let me read the back so that way y'all know what it's about. It says, hurt people, give me a second. I can do this. It says, hurt people say Holden Caulfield was an alcoholic and Lolita was a photographer's assistant, and somehow they met in a bright lights big city. He's blinded by love, she by ambition. Diary of an Oxygen Thief is an honest, hilarious, and heart-trending novel, but above all, a very realistic account of what we do to each other and what we allow to have done to us. Like, what? They said this will change your mindset on how you think, so that's going to my TBR
immediately.
So the next book is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I will say this is the only book I got from Thrift Books that I was not satisfied with how it looks, because on some of the pages it's like lead pink, but it's still readable. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's still readable. I just didn't like that, and I don't like how it feels like it got wet and it was in water. Like, I don't know, to me the feeling is like very like, I don't know if you ever touched a paperback wet book or like, and it just feels like it dried. Like, I don't know, that feeling is just gross. It's kind of like sandpaper feeling. But however, I will read this book. I did buy a lot of Emily Henry books because I just finished reading Happy Place, which I really liked her writing style. So I bought like a couple more books to see if the other ones are also good. If I like this book, I'll buy it in a better condition for my library. If not, I'll just put it on Facebook, see who wants them. Or I saw that there's a little library in my town, which I never knew, so I'll probably just stop by and see what we can get from there and switch, because I did read Better Than the Movies and I actually did not like that book. Like, I didn't like how it ended, like the anticipation, and then it just ended like that. Like, what? Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit. It says, Augustus Everett is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance. When she pens a happily ever after, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. Y'all, it's so hard to read and like breathe at the same time. Like, I feel like I have to hold my breath because I can't breathe. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in a neighboring beach houses, broke and bogged down with their writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy, and January will pen the next great American novel. She'll take him on field trips worthy of any rom-com montage, and he'll take her to interview surviving members of the backwoods death cult. Obviously, everyone will finish a book, and no one will fall in love. Really? That did not hook me at all. This book better be better than whatever I just read, because I read that, I'm like, what? Anyways, the next book I got is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, I think is how you say it. I bought this book because I was trying to be like, oh, it's the 4th of July, I'm gonna read it. And then I found out what the book was actually about, and I'm like, it's not my forte in reading. So I heard it was a little spicy, and it was a little male-to-male lover spicy, so I'm kind of like not excited to read this book. Will I read it? Yes, because I bought it, and I'll give it a fair shot. It's just, how do I say this? It's just something I've never read before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to reading just little cute rom-coms. Hopefully this is like a rom-com. Does that make sense? I was trying to like have a cute little moment and read a book on the 4th of July, which clearly I did not, because I don't know what this book about. But yeah, it's just a cute little novel. I hope it's not as spicy and crazy as everyone's making it seem, just because I'm a little nervous reading this. Like, I feel like nobody should know I'm reading this book right now. Yeah, apparently there's a show about it, so if I like the book, then I'll watch the show, which, oh my gosh, I want to read the Off-Campus series because I saw that there was a show. I didn't even know that that was a book series. I've been learning new things. And also they're making a lot of things, a lot of books into series or movies, which I'm excited about. But I will say all the Colleen Hoover ones, the books are way better. Even though I know Book Talk does not like Colleen Hoover because of what she writes and how she writes. But it's an easy read for me because I'm barely getting back into reading. So I do read some of her books. But the books I've read, and the books I've read, I've liked. And the ones that after I watched the movies, I didn't like. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Anyways, back to this. So it says, when his mother became president of the United States, Alex Claremont Diaz was promptly cast as the American equivalent of a young royal. His image is pure millennial marketing gold for the White House. There's only one problem. Alex has a beef with an actual parent, Henry, across the pond. And when the tabloids get a hold of a photo involving Alex and Henry's altercation, U.S.-British relations take a turn for the worse. So it's I was gonna say Emily. Enemies to lovers? I can get on board with that. I love a good enemy to lovers. Like, yes, hate each other, then love each other. So, I'm not really sure how I feel about this book, but if I do read it by the end of the year, because, guys, I need to stop buying books, first of all. I have my bookshelf, and I've only read a handful of books on my bookshelf, and a lot of them I still need to read. Like, and you know what I'd be doing instead of reading? I'd be on TikTok doom scrolling. And I would just be watching videos. Like, I have all this time and I could be at least reading a couple pages. Like, what? But I'm trying to change up. I'm trying to get off my phone more because I'm just... my attention span when I'm on my phone is like 0%. Like, I have zero patience for anything. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, the next book I got is The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I haven't heard anything about this book. Not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what it's about really. But it says, Poppy and Alex and Poppy, they have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. She has unsustainable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City and he's in their small hometown. But every summer for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together. Until 2 years ago when they ruined everything. They haven't spoken since. Why? So it's like friends. So it's friends, then enemies, frenemies, and then are they gonna turn into lovers? We shall see. Which this one hooked me, so I will be adding that to my little pile over here. The next book I got is Funny Story by Emily Henry. Hee hee ha ha. This is my last book of Emily Henry that I bought. Have I heard anything about this? No. I don't even think I told y'all all the other books I got. This one was in good condition. The People We Meet on Vacation is a good condition. This I didn't even know was a hardcover book, which I'm not mad at. I just don't really read hardcover books just because it's just something I don't read. But look at how cute this is. Like, what? I like that. Like, it looks simple like that. But yeah, I've never heard anything about this book. It says, Daphne always loved the way her fiance Peter told their story, how they met, fell in love, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He was really good at telling it, right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his child childhood best friend Petra. What? Which is how Daphne begins her new story. Stranded in a beautiful Waning Bay, Michigan, without friends or family, but with a dream job as a child's librarian, and proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament. Petra's ex, Miles Norweg. Wait, that intrigued me. Like, if I can read the back of the book and it intrigues me, I will read the book. That intrigued me. Like, what do you mean her fiance's in love with his childhood best friend? So, what's the connection between them? I need to know. I need to know ASAP. Okay, so these are the books I got from the thrift books, aka the TikTok shop. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books from thrift books. Only one came back in a questionable what is it? A questionable condition. But the other ones I'm not mad at. And then the last letter was by another seller. I will link the books down below if y'all would like to look into them and buy them. And also, if y'all read any of these books, let me know. So I had just signed up for book of the month. That's why I got this little cute tote bag. And I don't think they're giving out tote bags anymore. I don't know. Maybe they are. I will look into it. But I did get 2 books for $5 for signing up. This one they just sent to me. It's called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, a novel by Gabriel Zevin. Know nothing about this book at all. But, however, I did discover... Oh, let me not tear that. Look at how cute these books are. They're all, like, just cute if you want to take the cover off. Like, I love that. I love that. Let me read. Oh, it's not Gabriel, it's Gabrielle. I'm so sorry, Gabrielle. I didn't know that. I saw her picture right there. And I'm saying Gabrielle. Okay, so let me read a little bit about it. It says, on a bitter cold day in December of his junior year at Harvard, Sam Musser exits a subway car and sees aimed the hordes of people waiting on the platform. Sadie Green, he calls her name. For a moment she pretends she hasn't heard him, but then she turns and a game begins. A legendary collaboration that will launch them into stardom. These friends, inmates since childhood, borrow money, beg favors, and before graduating college they have credited their first blockbuster, Inchio Overnight. The world is theirs. Okay, hooked me. Hooked me. Never heard anything about this book, but it hooked me. I like that. I will be giving this book a go and seeing what it's about. Like, yes, entrepreneurs, yes. Anywho, it says, when April and Leo's house burns in the middle of the night, they escape with their 2 young children and the quiet knowledge that the fire is not only the only thing threatening their family. They retreat to April's childhood home in Dallas, where her spirited parents and siblings provide both comfort and complication. As the family reckons with the aftermath, grief, guilt, logistics, and memories scorched and intact, the fire exposes the cracks already forming in Leo and April's marriage. The novel unfolds in alternating perspectives from April, who feels the crushing weight of motherhood, marriage, and self-blame, from Leo, a high school history teacher shaped by a lonely, fractured childhood, from Deb, April's generous and no-nonsense mother who has to contend with her husband's recent Alzheimer's diagnosis, and from a flashbacks that trace April and Leo's relationship from its earliest days of connection to the devastating decisions that led them here. Okay. I'm intrigued. It's giving Lifetime movie to me. Okay, like I was saying, I'm very intrigued by this book. Like, yes, that hooked me. I don't even know. The Burning Side, yes. Let me read it. Let me read it ASAP, so that way we can get a idea of what it is. Hopefully it makes me cry a little bit, because I love a book that makes me cry. Honestly, I was telling people at work that I like a book that makes me cry. Why the fuck was everybody looking at me like I was crazy? Like, my fault for admitting things. Anyways, okay, so this is the recent book. I had skipped June's book because I didn't see any books that I liked, but I got July's book because I thought this cover was just really pretty. Like, look at that. Like, that's so cute. Do I know anything about the book? No, but it's a cute short novel. So it says everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. A novel by Ben Reeves. Like, oh, that's so pretty. And I want to see what color it is. Yo, that's so cute. Y'all can't tell me. Look at that, baby yellow and baby blue. I love. Yeah, I hope I really like this book because it's just giving like cutesy vibes. I don't know, I like it. I just judging it off the cover, to be honest. But it says Travis is death in the modern world. He lives with his cat in a small gray town. His job is offered.
Why was I reading like that? Travis is death.
His job is to offer people in comfort their final hours of life. Oh, which he does without complaint or judgment. He's stoic, gentle, and a little naive despite who he is, but he never tries to change anyone's fate. He is responsible for maintaining the balance of nature, and every life must eventually end. Oh, that's so cute. I could never work like that. Just reading that makes me tear up because that's so sad. Like, that's probably a really hard job. Okay, back to the reading. Then Travis meets Dahlia, a midwife, and her mysterious 8-year-old daughter. Bioserious? I don't think I said that right. I'll put the word here. And y'all let me know how to pronounce it. 8-year-old daughter Layla, who lives across the hall, and despite his best attempts to keep his distance, Travis finds himself wholeheartedly embraced by other people for the first time. That's cute. So it is with this seemingly unremarkable family that Travis begins to understand what it means to truly be alive, and therefore what might irrevocably lost in death. Written with radiant warmth, wisdom, compassion, everything was beautiful and nothing hurt is a timeless and ultimately uplifting story about appreciating life, accepting its end, and finding our place in the universe, especially when it feels impossible. That will resonate with anyone who has ever loved or lost or worried about time passing.
Me? I worry about all that. I worry about it all. Time's passing and I just feel like I'm losing time. Like, that's me.
I hope I really like this book because that sounds so cute. I feel like it's gonna make me cry. Like, if y'all don't know, I could be a bit of a crybaby. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I can be. Okay, so that was it for the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to put a little more book content out there just because I want to show y'all things that I really like. But however, if y'all read any of these books, let me know, please, and give me your rating on them because I'm kind of iffy about some of them, and some of them I heard really good things about. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!